Few forces in the global economy pack a bigger punch than the growing middle class, and now it's growing faster than ever. The transformation of living standards around the world is helping hundreds of millions of new consumers join the urban middle class, unleashing an economic force that is reshaping the planet. Now, it's expected that 60% of all new consumer spending will come from middle-class households. That's over $15 trillion in added spending by 2030. This would be like adding a second United States to global consumption, and it's due in large part to globalization, which happens when economies become more integrated. It is essential that businesses consider the wide-ranging possibilities of a more prosperous global population, which is why we partnered with Oxford Economics on a study exploring global middle-class consumer spending.
A key finding from the study was that globalization extends beyond national borders and is driven by cities. One of the tools we created for this study is the Visa Globalization Index, which allows us to compare cities across 5 pillars critical to supporting a global culture and economy. The cities were then divided into 3 categories: global, globalizing, and non-global. What we learned was that globalization's reach across cities is wide and pervasive, and less globalized cities could easily close the gap and bring more citizens into the middle class. These new middle-class consumers have purchasing power that extends beyond their basic needs and are willing and able to buy the best the world has to offer. They will add amenities to their lifestyles, make aspirational purchases, and shop global brands. Globalization also blurs the boundaries between households across countries, as rising living standards mean more and more households contain the same appliances, like washing machines, refrigerators, and cars. But more importantly, devices like cell phones and computers that facilitate online shopping. New digital technologies are a critical component of globalization and lead to rapid shifts in consumer behavior. Consider how rapidly the sharing economy, such as rideshares, has taken off since 2015, swiftly expanding from the west coast of the United States across the world.
Today, greater similarities in spending patterns are not only happening in what people are buying and how they are shopping, but also in where they are shopping.
Consumer appetite for global brands increases with economic growth, and brands from food service to apparel gain traction in globalizing markets.
As cities and emerging markets continue to benefit from economic growth, the expanding middle class should continue to foster greater global integration across cities. In addition, spending patterns in emerging economies will look more and more like those in wealthy countries. While our baseline forecast paints a clear picture of growing prosperity in globalizing cities, there are 2 alternative scenarios that could also occur. The first envisions a world where some cities decline while others grow. And the second, where globalization leads to spending patterns across cities becoming more similar to the most global cities in a short amount of time. It is critical that business and policy leaders understand these insights to help better predict consumption trends and prepare successfully for the future.